This is the entrance to the cave. Nothing too special about it. We just built this outhouse back in the 50s. We started to recreationalize the cave for tourism purposes. This entrance right behind me would be the original entrance. This is how we found it. Minus the stone wall, of course. But other than that, we do have a few critters like to run around in here. One of which would be the black slimy salamander. Now, they do live their entire lives in the cave and never have to leave on any occasion because all the food they need is sufficient enough in the cave below. There's a few tucked back in this crevice over here. So they are one of the only cave dwellers in here besides a couple other species. I'll go over them in a second. The others would be cave visitors like the Camel Crickets up here. They're a very large type of cricket. They do live their entire lives in the cave, never have to leave on any occasion because all the food they need is sufficient enough in the cave below. But they do come out occasionally because they need to stay warm and there's more food out there, so they tend to go out there more often. So they don't actually live in the cave. But the other one would be the Ozark cave salamander. It's orange and black spots. Just like the black slimy salamander, all the food he needs is sufficient enough in there, so he can just stay in there. He never has to come out. They are amphibians, which means they spend their time mostly in aquatic environments. Now another animal that we may or may not get to see today would be the eastern Pipistrelle Bat. He's the smallest bat in North America. He's about this big around. Cutest thing you ever seen. If you find him, you cannot keep him. He's mine, I'm sorry. But with that being said, let's start heading into the cave. And this is what we call an up-close and personal cave, so maybe places where you need to duck down just a little bit more. There's no crawling or anything like that, so you need to look up there.
What's that? Okay, Mary.
Alright. So if you look right above you, you might notice that we have our most common formation in the cave, known as a stalactite. The reason why it's called stalactite is because it holds tightly to the ceiling.
A lot.
Now, these are formed when minerals like limestone or calcite drip through the ceiling. They'll actually come through little cracks in the ceiling. That calcite or limestone will stay deposited on the roof while the water continues to drip. This happens for thousands and thousands of years until you get your large rock icicles you see above you. Now right in front of you, we have our stalagmite. An easy way to remember stalagmite is that it might reach the ceiling someday. It's formed very similarly to stalactites. Water through the calcite or limestone drips through the ceiling. However, instead of depositing on the roof, those minerals will drip with the water, land on the ground until thousands of years later, you get your large rock formation you see in front of you. Now, whenever stalactite reaches the ground, stalagmite reaches the roof, or they meet in between, you would get your column, as you see right up there. There'll be many more just like this, so be sure to look up and around. Alright, watch your head coming through here, please. Alright, so welcome to the clay chamber room. This is where we believe the Confederate soldiers came in to mine out the saltpeter so they can make their gunpowder outside. All you need to do in some areas is shine a light, and you'll see little white specks. That is a saltpeter, today we call it potassium nitrate. It's the active ingredient for producing gunpowder. It's what they came in here looking for. Now if you want to, you may touch some parts of the wall just in here. Get a little bit on your finger, Rub it off, comes up just like dirt.
You have sticky goo on your fingers.
So, any questions before we go on? Okay. Alright, again, please watch your head come through. Watch out for headache rock. Don't find out why it's called headache rock. So, right down below, we have a man-made dam. Now, this is all part of a failed project back in the 60s by the previous owner. His idea was to stock a pond down here with rainbow trout. So you probably already know I'm going with this. Rainbow trout, they need light to be in here. So what ended up happening is these fish started becoming blind, and their offspring were born blind and albino. That's when we figured out fish in the cave, not a great idea. So we don't have fish in here any longer. They're all brought to a hatchery, or wherever the hatchery wanted to put them next. Alright, so welcome to the Cave Zoo. We call this the Cave Zoo because we have a number of animals like to run around in here. One of which would be Dave the dolphin. He resembles a dolphin. Then we have our cave owl. Our cave squid, there's his head and his tentacles right down below. Some people come on tour and say he looks like Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean. Right here we have Sally the hen. There's her beak pecking away at the rocks, and there's the egg she laid this morning. Right here we have a formation we call drapelites, otherwise known as cave bacon. We'll be seeing a lot better example of this next thing we go into, so be sure to look up and to your right.